Thank you so much for having me, Kelly. I just want to tell you that it has been actually our pleasure to be able to work with you guys and be able to do the work that we do together and invest into this good work. So,
Yay.
um, I came to Forward Edge in 2017.
Mhm.
In 2016, they had decided that they needed a full-time event planner. In the years before me, it was just a volunteer staff that were coming in. So I was actually the very first paid employee to fully focus on events. And so coming in 2017, I was able to look at everything, see what we were doing, and we in just doing that in the for the company, we were able to increase our profits.
That's
So that
awesome.
was number one, the first thing that the organization did that was really in their benefit. The following year, I was able to go to the Elevate conference put on
Mhm.
by Slam Strategies and
Yep.
partner with you,
We love it. We
AP
love
company.
Elevate.
Yeah, that is such a great education, the science of fundraising, the
Mhm.
science of being able to do these types of events with the greatest amount of purpose. And so that year, after we went to the conference, in fact, I went to the conference in June, and my
Yep.
event came home from that and said, we have to scrap everything we've known and start from scratch. And that October, we actually took, it looks like we went from grossing $277,000 to
Uh-huh.
$331,000.
Oh my goodness.
So
And that
we
was, I think
in
that was in 2018. That was the first year we
Mhm,
worked with you too. So
mhm,
we at Elevate
absolutely.
is where we met you and
Yes.
you said, "Oh my gosh, we're hiring Artisan Auctions." I remember we met and I
Mhm,
was like, "This is so great.
mhm,
You're so wonderful." And we had a great conversation.
mhm,
And you
mhm.
said, "Okay, we need to hire you." And you hired Dale in our company, who
Yes.
is amazing. Everyone loves Dale. And he's fantastic. But you hired Dale and you took it from
Mhm.
that 277 to 331. That's
Uh-huh.
amazing. That's a
That
huge
was
increase.
that was just the first year when we really didn't, we just like learned the formula and said, we're going to apply that formula. Whatever you guys tell us, we're going to do. And we saw that huge increase. That year, we also saw our being so deliberate and
Mhm.
also following the directions that we learned. We changed a few things in how we were doing our production, and we were able to save $20,000 in our costs.
Well,
And
that's
so
lovely. It's
that
always great when you
was
could save 20 grand.
so our net that year, gosh, our net that year was amazing. That was the
Yeah.
biggest year we had ever done. So this is
Can we share
definitely
those net numbers from 2017 to
absolutely,
2018?
absolutely our biggest growth ever. So in 2017, our net after expenses was $194,724.
Which is great.
Awesome. Never hurts to raise a little money. And so then by applying the principles and having you with us, we were able to net $270,554.
That is amazing. That's a huge
Yeah,
growth. The
yeah.
huge savings, the huge increase. So in 2018 we had a great year. And what do we do in 2019?
2019, we actually grossed $399,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that was from a
So
previous gross of 331. So you had another like $60,000 increase.
absolutely. And so
Oh my
here
gosh.
is actually, I can tell you exactly what happened. It just came to me, Kelly. In 2018, we were afraid to actually do an auction. Do you remember that? We decided
Oh,
we were just doing a paddle race. It was our very
yes.
first time doing a paddle race.
Yes.
And
I
we had been
remember.
doing the secret ballot before. And
Uh-huh.
we decided we weren't going to be afraid or ashamed that we were raising money. So we chose to do a paddle race. That's what the huge increase and having Dale, you guys brought Dale, came and did that paddle raise. We got people, it was so interesting that year because we got people that were eating our food and giving
Uh-huh.
50 bucks. Like,
Mhm.
come
Yep.
have a $75 a plate dinner, but give us $50.
But give us
That,
something, right? Yeah.
yeah, which was, great. They're there That year that we did the appeal and the paddle raise, those people gave $250.
Oh, the live auction and the paddle raise, right? The combo of
Yeah,
those 2?
it wasn't the live
Oh,
auction
it
yet. That
wasn't.
was just the paddle raise.
Oh, yes.
That was just by
Excellent.
switching from a secret ballot to an actual put your hand in the air, I am
Oh,
going
that's
to do that,
right.
and that was Dale. Dale did that appeal. Well, what happened also that year is we had been doing a raffle,
Uh-huh.
and
This
a
is 2018, right?
this is
20
2018, so we're still
Okay.
talking 2018. In 2018, we did a raffle. We raffled off a trip to Hawaii. Well,
Uh-huh.
the gentleman who just happened to win it said, "You know what? Can you just sell that?"
I
So
remember this.
Dale, in an instant, changed and auctioned that off, and that package, that was like, I think it went for like
It went
$7,000.
for some, yeah, I
It
remember
was
now. It was like it went for like 65 or
yeah,
$7,000
it
and you
was
were like,
so crazy.
"Wait a minute."
It was really important because our crowd is super conservative, a little bit older. We didn't think they were ready for an auction, and they taught us, just having Dale
Yep.
there, hiring Artisan Auctions and having that element showed us that we were ready. And
That's
so
awesome.
we went to the full auction that
That's incredible.
year.
I'm so glad
Um,
I forgot about that, and that's
yeah, I
so
had 2.
incredible. That's incredible to see that growth,
Mhm,
with the going from that passive appeal to that active
mhm,
appeal, adding an auction element, and then
mhm.
and then 2020 comes along. Dun,
And
dun,
then
dun.
2020, and oh my gosh, this is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and this is the one that keeps our lights on.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
literally, so when 2020 came and the world shut down, we didn't know what we were gonna do. We had to cancel an event in New York, we had to cancel an event in Seattle, and, fortunately, we had, a donor in March who had given us an event, which was lovely, had an event on our behalf, and literally, we went down there on a Wednesday, we came back the following Wednesday, and the world was shut down.
Yep.
So that one helped us, and otherwise we would have been devastated. 2020 going virtual. Let's start with our big number. Our total revenue was $413. No,
Woo!
400. Say that again. $413,000,
Woo!
770. Yes, that's awesome. And our total expenses were $34,000.
That's amazing. So you had this you even had more growth. This is what I love. You had more
Yeah,
growth in your total again. And
yeah.
granted, we did have some people from out of town that couldn't, they were attending it virtually. So that
Mhm,
did help in building the numbers. But here's a big thing that I think is really
mhm,
fascinating. This year, we didn't have a live auction. There was no live
mhm.
auction. There
Yeah.
was no raffle.
Mm-mm.
Like, all that stuff was gone. We didn't do
Mhm,
any of those things. We
mhm.
just did an ask, and we
Yeah.
just asked for money. So, those
Mhm.
things that help build you up over the years, we had to strip back away and
Yeah.
go with just a simple, "Will you please support our organization because we know you
Yeah.
love us and we know you love
Mhm.
the work that we do." And
Mhm.
it telling your stories, telling the stories
Yeah.
of of
Mhm.
of, of multiple young people in your program allowed us to touch the
Mhm.
hearts of folks across the nation who all gave generously.
Absolutely.
Now I know 90% of those
Mhm.
folks were in Portland, but you did have some folks join in from all over the country, which is amazing.
One last
Yay!
thing I'd like to
Oh yeah.
say is, we invested in the education, and when you invest in an education, you gotta use it. And
Yes,
so
absolutely.
we have really taken everything that you have taught us, to heart, applied that knowledge, and that is what has really made the difference for us. So
Well,
thank you
thank
so much,
you.
Kelly, and your team. We
Thanks,
love Artisan
Daylin.
Auctions and everybody there.
We love you all and we appreciate working with you every year. And I know Dale loves working with you every year. So I
Yeah,
hope we get to just keep continuing that into the future. So thanks for
absolutely.
joining me again, Daylin,
Thank
and I will
you.
talk to you soon. See you
Alrighty.
later.